Hello and welcome to Mikia. My name's Michelle Edhouse and I've had this box for a very long time. It used to be full of kids, all the kids colouring in stuff. Crayons, pencils, pens, anything we had that was colouring in. And you know me, if it's ugly I paint it. And I'm not saying that this isn't ugly for a small child who did it themselves, but it's certainly not what I desire to have in my life. It's made of MDF. It's seen some wear. It's got some funny edges and bits that don't fit. It's been wet and it looks homemade. I don't know where it came from originally. I think we were given it with a whole heap of stuff in it. So I'm really just gonna doctor this up and make it into something a little bit prettier. I have a whole heap of Mars Black and I think I'm going to do something with that. So I'm going to give this a big clean up, sand it, dust it, and maybe even put some black gesso on it just to seal it, and then I will be back and we will get painting. Okay, so it is gessoed and dry. I've gessoed the whole thing inside and out except for the bottom, and just want to point out before we start that there is quite a bit of disfiguration of the surface from the moisture getting to the plain MDF. I haven't spent hours trying to get MDF flat. Sanding MDF is a painful process. MDF is made of like tiny short fibers of wood. Extreme, like it's almost like they're making cardboard but denser fibers, and it's horrible. Try sanding some cardboard one day and it will give you an indication of just what sanding MDF might be like. So anyway, I've only gessoed the outside of the box. I have not to this point put any paint on. So I'm just pouring a base of black onto there, just Mars Black. Now, just for those of you that are new to my channel, I use Floetrol and water mixed together and mixed with my paint, roughly about 50% Floetrol and 50% paint, and then water to the consistency I want it. So I hope that makes sense if you are trying to get some sort of recipe for how I do my paints. There's nothing flash. I don't do courses or anything like that on how to mix my paints, because I don't see the point. My target of my channel is to just to contribute to the community of those looking to pour paint, and also invite you to have fun. So just taking that paint, just a single layer of it, just so that we get a vaguely shiny surface. If we don't end up with paint all over it, we will still have paint all over it, if you get what I mean. Gesso is a very matte surface, which is great for what it's designed for, which is helping the next layer of paint to adhere to the surface below. So we have a very runny very unsmooth surface on the top. It's just sort of vaguely even that out. I want quite a thick base of paint on this top for the method that I'm going to do. So we'll see if it works or not. Yeah, anyway. Paintbrush in some water. And let's get this party started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my what's it called? Hose. That's the word. One of my idiosyncrasies, guys, I forget words. So I have a piece of hose pipe. This is quite a big one, and it's easy to blow through, but also because it's so long and bendy, I can not get my head in the shot. Well, that's the target anyway. Now, we all know that black and white make grey. So, you might wonder why I'm about to dribble some white on my black. Just a bit there and a bit there by the looks of it. And then the next bit I'm going to pour in is some turquoise, which has silicone in it. And then I'm going to blow. Why did I put the white in there? Because the turquoise dries quite dark, and I would like the white to give it a little bit of dimension and a little bit of stand out of the black kind of look to it. So then I'm going to use this violet. Well, it's actually iridescent violet, although on the vase that I mixed it iridescent for, it didn't come out very iridescent in the end. It's just violet mixed with iridescent medium, obviously pre-mixed with Floetrol and water as well. I should probably cover my white up between shots, because otherwise I might end up with something quite horrendous. Oops. What my target is some sort of kind of like a Dutch pour, but not, but with a black base. So, and I really don't mind what this comes out like, to be really honest. I like these colours, so really whatever it looks like will be fun and funky, and it's just a little box to use in my sewing room. So, but here's a hint: if you dip your paint, your straw in your paint, don't put that end in your mouth. We've started having fireworks going off all over the place around here. It's fireworks night on the 5th of November, and in line with the English Guy Fawkes celebrations. So it's kind of remind me a little bit of fireworks, although I tend not to have turquoise fireworks. I don't know. Is it? No, not really. You guys know me too well. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just scrape those sides in. And then pretend we just did a flip cut. And see if we get any colour come through at all, other than what was on the top. Let's have a look. So we've got silicone in both the turquoise and the purple, so there's a chance that we'll get some colour come through. If of course I can find my torch. This is a butane torch. I was in the coin save, not just a $2 shop place that I got these from, and they've got new and improved version, and they've got two. They're double barreled. I was like, oh, what would that create? But I didn't need a new one, so I didn't buy one. So let's just see, do we get anything or not? I'm seeing some silicone come up, but it's not really bringing up much colour. Subtle would be the word. Alright, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo, for which pot should I go? Okay, so I'm gonna, got a little tiny shot glass here, and just put a dribble of white, and it's not much of a dribble of purple, and another dribble of white. Sorry you guys can't see this, my camera. Zoom out, there we go. And it's actually dribble and a bit more of a dribble, and a bit more of a dribble, and then I want to stir that. Let's stir it with the purple stick. Just one stir, just like that. There we go. Mickey! That's so not what I want. Stop right there. Take your hands off. Stop and look around. Ask a question, then start again with the new inspiration you found. I had inspiration, but I can't find the utensil that would allow that to become a reality. So I am going to use a tissue instead of a kitchen towel. Let's work that way. And then back again. Some of you are going, you're adding colour and then mixing it in. What are you doing, woman? I don't know. I'm having fun, that's what I'm doing. So. Now there's definitely more colour coming out in here. Is it enough to be fun for me, is the question. And that would be a no, Bob. So. Gonna just play, guys. This is what I mean by this is all about fun. What if whatever it is for you, it may not be art of any description, but what is it for you that you find fun? It may be dancing, it may be chatting to friends, it may be singing in the shower, but whatever it is for you, would you add some of that to your day? By being willing to add some fun to your day, to get the gift that is to the world. That's a lot more colour. Oh, nearly dribbled that into the white. It's still kind of boring though. I'm bored, but I'm going to return to my original plan. Boop, 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 boop. And then I'm going to get a bit of string, if I can find some. String, where are you? Oh, I know. Here we go. Found some. Isn't it amazing what you get given as free gifts when you buy things? I bought something recently and it came tied up in string. And I was like, why, thank you very much. How did you know I needed some of that? So I've got some very fluffy string and my scissors. And what I'm going to do is put a dribble of white through there. And a dribble of turquoise with it. I'm going to drop that string down in, pressing it in to make sure it gets fully covered. And create some on top. And then a little bit more white. It's kind of like a feather pull thing, but it's not. And what I was trying to actually do is make something that was pretty, but it didn't work. I was actually trying to make like this being some sort of seaweed and then have a breaking wave across the top, but that didn't work. That's a shame because I really like my seaweed. Ugh! Where did my string go? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Hiding in a pile of paint. It was. Well, this isn't really working, guys. What should I do? I'm going to have to give up on my lovely little purple splotches. Mix that in. I'm going to bring you over so you can see what I'm doing. White. purple, turquoise. I'm going to run out of turquoise at this rate. Better get it right this time. White, purple. Oops, sorry about my hand in the camera. And turquoise. Let's go back. We've got a big puddle of paint here. I'm going to do a flip cup in the middle of it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, whoop. And see what we get this time, shall we? Third time lucky, you reckon? Okay, so we've definitely got some colour coming up. We've definitely got some cells happening. Woohoo! Look at those cells. Oh, happy. Oh, happy day. One of the important things is that you make sure you've got paint for your cells to run over top of. Otherwise you lose them as they fold under, so that the next bit of paint can roll over top of them. So let's tilt down that way and back to that corner, get those cells, and then bring that back, and then gonna take to that corner-ish. See, sometimes it takes a bit of work to create something magnificent. And I'm very much liking all those cells. They look cool. Just need to get the paint all the way out to the corner, otherwise it will look a little bit odd. Got some more paint where it dribbled off the side, so I can add that back up on top again. Now it looks like some sort of sea creature with scales, and sort of like a sea dragon, I reckon. Or a slug, a funky slug. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. I really like that. Those of you that have watched my channel know that I never give up, never give in, and never quit on a painting. And you see all the paintings I do. I don't do them and then go, oh no, I don't like that, I'm going to scrap it. I actually you actually see every painting I do on my channel. So I just want to invite you to perhaps keep working at it, keep creating, keep asking what else is possible. How does it get better than this? What else can I create here? And not just in your art. Those questions can be asked in your whole life. So I'm just going to add a bit more paint around the sides just to get rid of any run marks. I don't mind run marks of colour, it's just I don't want run marks where there's paint and no paint, if you know what I mean. So I might just have a bit of a fiddle with this and then come bring you down and show you around. Okay, let's have a look. Look at these cells. They're so pretty. I do like turquoise and the violet, and makes me happy to see all these cells. Yum. Now I can see iridescence there from the violet, so I'm just hoping that that actually stays and that we get some iridescence. Ooh, look at that cell, that's so pretty. So there we go. How cool is that? And we've got some runoff over the sides, but that's fine. Somebody's going to ask, I know they are, aren't you worried about the lid sticking? Actually, no. If the lid sticks, I'll just cut the paint and do any touch-ups that I need to do. As I say, this is for me. This is for my bedroom, to keep stuff in. So if it's not perfect, it's not a problem. What if we didn't have to be perfect? Who are you trying to be perfect for? I like this. I like it a lot. And I have had fun playing with it too. Alright guys, so I will be back to show you the dry in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! It's dry and it stayed beautiful. I'm so happy with this. I was very excited to have this in my sewing room. Well, my sewing room, it's my bedroom. And I just really like it. So that's fun. I know some of you are a bit worried. Look at this, it looks all sealed up, so let's cut that out now. Just getting a box cutter up and going wobbly. There we go. Michelle's a wobble bum. I'm not very good at straight lines. The only time I've ever been good at straight lines was doing technical drawing at school. Back in the days when I believed I couldn't do art. Well, how many of you decided you couldn't do art because you didn't have the patience to sit down and draw fruit in a bowl? That was all I saw that art was at school, when I saw my friends doing their art pieces. It was art in a bowl, fruit in a bowl, or flowers in a vase. That was just so not me. This sort of art is far more me. So let's see if we can get it open. It's supposed to be going to work in a minute, so hopefully I can. Maybe you were right to be concerned. Maybe I need to get the skill saw out. I've got a blowfly running around my head. Can tell it's summer is coming. Blowflies, I hate them. At least they're easier to swat than those little flies that fly around your head. They're horrid. Don't know if you guys all have those sorts of flies, but oh my goodness. Oh, I think I'm going to need a different plan of attack here. Maybe I should have done something different. Alright, learn from my mistakes. Do something different with their sides. I'm going to pull it apart. Get it to come apart, and then I will let you know how I did it. How's that sound? I'm not going to waste your time fiddling. Back in a minute. I got it. I got it. I got it. Ta-da! Here we go. So how did I get it? Well, you could see that I had managed to get into this top corner. And then I got this palette knife, which I only ever use for picking up paint and shoving it back on the canvas. So I wasn't too concerned if it got broken as such, or bent, but it's quite a sharp blade, so I just wiggled it in and slid it along. So there we go, it's open. Ta-da! The treasure chest has arrived. It has opened. It doesn't shut again now, but it's okay. Oh, there we go. It's this thing here. This just that stops it from going too far. It's actually too long and it gets trapped in the back there. So I like it. Some of you were asking about sealing. This is acrylic paint, guys. Acrylic paint is designed to not need sealing. If you have the colour and the shine that you desire, and you don't actually have to seal it. It's not a requirement. It doesn't have to be done. So I'm not going to seal this. Probably will give it a wipe down with a cloth and get rid of some of that silicone because it feels a bit slimy. But I'm not going to seal it. It's acrylic paint. It doesn't need, we use it to paint our houses, for goodness sake. For those of you who are selling your work, you may choose to add a layer of varnish of some description, or resin if you're so inclined. You know, I don't know. Yeah, you can see on this, the MDF has really swollen and created quite a texture. I quite like that on this particular piece. But if you have that on a piece and you want to resin over it to give it a nice thick, and that will almost completely disappear in the look once it's been resined. But I quite like it. It's cool. It's just for my notions for sewing, so it's not going to be sold, not going to be on display anywhere. But anyway, for those of you that are looking forward to seeing more of me, I would love to have you join me. I have been working on a really big project this week, and so maybe another day before I get another video out, like 2 days from now rather than 1 day from now, if you know what I mean. Because I haven't pulled it yet and it needs to dry, so sorry. But I've been working on a really big project for work, and you know, working till from 9 in the morning till 11 at night, kind of non-stop except for lunches. So that's finished now, and I'm going to be putting some more painting time in. And I'm also going to be spending a couple of hours catching up on my comments, if I haven't already done this by the time you see this. So I adore you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of me and you haven't already subscribed. Make sure that notification bell, there's 3 settings on the notification bell. Never, sometimes, and always. I don't remember what they're called, but there's 3 settings. So if you think you've clicked the bell and you're not getting notifications of when I go live or when I'm getting put up new videos, check which setting you're on with that bell. What else? All the links in the description below, affiliate links to Amazon. So if most of them are to the American shop, if you are on Australia or England, there are links further down to my affiliate for those shops, and then you're just going to have to hunt, sorry. But perhaps go to the links in my shop on the American shop and see what they're called, and then go into the Aussie shop via the link. I don't know, it's a bit messy, but sorry. Anyway, what else is possible? What else can we create? What else? How much more fun can we have? I adore you. I'm so grateful you come and play with me, and I look forward to sharing what I create next real soon. Have fun. Bye-bye.